we've just parked at Lulumahu Falls, and that's where we're headed today. It's a water reservoir here on Oahu, and it's part of the Department Land of Natural Resources, so you do need to get a permit. So I booked that on our way here. It's $250 for the permit. It's really $250 for a processing fee because it says that the permit is free. So we're just gearing up. I'm gonna put on a bunch of bug spray because we're in the forest, and we're gonna head to a 50-foot drop waterfall. Almost right away, we've gone into a bamboo forest, but it's not a very obvious path. And when we first arrived, we saw people walk this way. So we thought we'd be able to kind of follow their footsteps. I don't know. Do not know where the guys we saw go into this bamboo forest went, because we went and it just looked like it was a dead end. So now we're back on the main road that we first came in. So we came in this way. We took this right to the bamboo forest because apparently that's what some of the instructions say. But now we're gonna go on what looks like a lot more clear of a path that, according to Google Maps, is the path. And maybe this will take us into a right into the bamboo forest, but not the immediate first bamboo forest that you see. So we've made it to the fence. This is definitely the path, and you just kind of climb through a hole in the fence. Climb is relative. I think the person who made the hole in this fence is like roughly my height. And now we've made it into kind of what looks like a very big open field. Clear path though, this makes sense. So at the top of the hill, you'll see the government property sign with a road, and you're going to take a right and follow the road all the way. It's so nice, you can hear birds everywhere. Okay, so when you come to the end of that like paved road, you'll see the forest behind you, and there is a graffiti wall that you'll see on your left. On the right of all of that is there's a fence and there's some stairs, and that is the entry point. That's where you're gonna go. It's very muddy today. So at some point you're gonna see a fence, and you'll want to take the left. The left path here, or the left path behind us, has stairs, and it'll take you to a very obvious wider path. So it doesn't seem like you could get really stuck on that one. Either you'd walk along the fence and find this path, or you would find this path right away. I had read that you're supposed to follow the ribbons, and for the first time I'm seeing some of the ribbons here. You can see them on the trees, little pink ribbons. It's tricky too because there's two paths here. There's what could be a path on the left, and then a path on the right, but the right side has ribbons. So at some point, we're like 20 minutes in, you're gonna see this dam here. This dam is a sign you're going the right way. Although I was trying to figure out where to go, so Tom's gonna do the path first. He was saying that the first part, it's just hard to tell how slippery the rocks are. And you can see on the other side that that's where the trail continues. And you want to keep following the ribbons. There's another one uphill, so you know where it is. So it's our second water crossing, I think. Whew. You can definitely do it on the rocks, but I'm wearing water shoes, so it's not so bad. And you just keep following the ribbons. There is another path here. I think earlier we had the chance to cross the river earlier, because I can see here that it meets up, but we're gonna keep going to the right and follow along the river. some point we had the option to go left more into the forest or right, but we met some girls that said there were ribbons either way, so we've come along the river just to be able to see it and hear it. And then once you come up and see the first kind of big fall with a bunch of rocks, you have to go straight to get to the falls. Well, we are almost out and it's been 85 minutes. That's including the hangout time that we had at the waterfalls. It's been a nice day. It rained on our way back though.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Overcast, so not too hot. And the rain didn't really bother us on the hike back. It made some of the rocks slippery, but nothing that you can't just hike over.
Yeah, generally speaking though, a little bit muddy because it's been raining, but not a bad path at all. And I mean, less than 2 hours, great waterfall. We saw people swimming in it. You can go right up under it, but we did not. It's too shallow to really play in. And as long as you follow the pink ribbon, you're gonna be okay. This is the parking lot. That's kind of just like a mudded area.
Yeah, not too challenging overall. Some rocks to hop over and some river crossings, but my feet stayed dry.
I wore water shoes, so I was able to walk in the water, and I liked that, but I don't feel like you really need it because Tom successfully went with just his New Balances and they were fine. The whole thing only took us less than an hour and a half, but at least plan for an hour and a half just in case we get lost because there are multiple paths and some are easier than the others. In my opinion, when you first arrive, you really want to cross over that little water dam, go to the left, then cross to the right. And as long as you follow the ribbons, you will be okay. But because there's multiple paths along the river of what just looks like overflowed riverbeds, I mean, you just really need to kind of follow along the river until you see the bigger falls and then climb to the last part. But overall, I really liked it. I don't know. I think that this one it was much busier, but it's also a lot easier. So that makes sense compared to some of the other falls. This one is like mostly flat with a little bit of bouldering. I was expecting a lot more like jungle hiking just based on the reviews that I read. And some of the people that we met at the start of the trail definitely seemed like they got lost when we saw them at the end of the trail. Based on the number of people who are here on this trail, I gotta say, I don't believe that everyone is paying for permits. When I booked my permit today, I bought it on the way here. It said that there was like 83 available permits for the day. And we saw at like multiple large groups, at least like 50 people on our hike today. So I don't think you're really gonna get lost as long as you sort of stay on the trail. And if you hear voices, just follow them because they probably know where they're going. Follow the voices, follow the ribbons, you'll find your way.